gaming bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans.
Playing CSGO? Guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.
EG's turn to ban. Dire team ban. EG's turn to ban. Dire team ban.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Game 4, NP taking on EG here in Dota Pit, North America. Qualifier action is a best-of-5 series with EG currently leading the set 2-1, one more win, and they will be going to LAN. $125,000 up for grabs at LAN, and the bans and picks well underway now. EG are Radiant. The Veno does not get banned out here. We were kind of kicking around whether or not NP would have a way to deal with it, but it is available should EG want to go back to the well. They start with the Warlock, though, which has been extremely impactful for them. And then NP, we'll see how they respond. They do still go for the Sven. We saw this kind of war of wills in their previous series with EG, where neither team really wanted to bend as far as the draft goes. So again, the Veno grabbed. Identical opening. I imagine at least the Duso's probably going to get banned here. But Ben, thoughts on NP giving the same opening away so far?
They have a plan to deal with the jungler. I'm not sure what it is, but I would assume a... what can they do to stop it? One, they can aggro, I think, would be a pretty good option for them. Another very common way to attempt to stop a jungler is Riki/Bounty Hunter, although Riki is a little bit better at that because he's not as mana intensive. But yeah, I think it's either those are, I think, the two best options. Oh yeah, there's a third one too. Third one is counter with a jungler of your own, but I'm not sure how well that's going to work out well for them because Sven was under a lot of pressure with even with his supports up there. So let's see. NP take out Faces Void.
Yeah, it's definitely a hero that can give Sven problems.
Yeah, they really don't want the Sven to get kited, but like after seeing last game, I'm very surprised to see them pick it up first phase again.
So pick number 4 for NP. Or ban number 4, excuse me.
Yeah, Darkseer's been banned out. Evil Genius want to make sure that their offlane's not that strong because I'm pretty sure they have the same plan, just run Veno into the jungle.
Yeah. I mean, the Clock was the pick last game for EG.
Yeah, Clock can be replaceable though.
Yeah.
You just need a strong laner
like
up there.
Axe could be okay here.
Yeah, Axe is decent. You don't want Slaughter though. Slaughter versus Sven is just not great. They need a pipe carrier too, I think. The pipe carrier that they had in game number 1 was amazing.
Well, Centaur, yeah, but they've already picked Sven, so they're not going to have one from him.
They could give it to MSS.
5 seconds remaining.
What is an MSS hero that...
Timber is the other one that takes pipe. Darkseer as well can also first build a pipe, so I think the Centaur is like not that strong of an offlaner though.
Timber's kind of nice against Veno Warlock too because they don't really have any control, but that said they do have a lot of magic damage.
It's banned. It's first banned.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's just not that many options left. And they will go for the Beastmaster again, opting for the jungle. The thing about Veno too, he's also very good at killing the Beastmaster Hogs too. You don't even have to be there. You just pop your wards down and your thing's not invis and they just die.
I mean, it is completely identical for NP. We're still waiting to uncover the wrinkle here, and I imagine that's what EG is also kind of trying to find out. Wonder if they can trap EG, but for now, EG still plenty of picks to go.
So here's where they pick Lifestealer, I believe. Was it Lifestealer?
Yeah, I think it was third pick Lifestealer.
Yeah.
The Dusa was the last pick, and then fourth pick was the Clockwork, I want to say. See, the issue, though, for NP is they got to be careful here because this could just suddenly be a core Veno. I mean, even now, I guess it could still be a mid Veno potentially.
That does not sound like Sumail.
No.
I still remember.
Hey, I mean, you don't remember his support Oracle mid or carry Oracle mid?
That's not weird. That's not that weird. It's like that hero, like has a lot of stuff you can do with it. Veno's like, yeah, you pop down.
I could see Sumail in like a miracle style like Rubik mid.
Yeah, I could definitely see that. But Veno's. Remember when they gave him Viper and Razor and then they never picked it for him again? That's kind of what Veno is to me. It's one of those heroes that just like you don't do that much. It's a good hero. You just don't need to do that much.
Pick number 4 for NP.
Okay, draft still the same.
All right, who's gonna blink first? I would love to see both teams just draft like the exact same 5 heroes.
So what was the other support? Rubik? Rubik seems so weak last
And
game.
he had such a good game too. Like
Yeah.
he played his ass off, Ben, and it did not matter at one bit. So the Mirana's grabbed now.
EG
Normally this is the EE hero. Any consideration for mixing this up with like? So what are the main deviations they can make? They could run a support Mirana. They could run a jungle Beastmaster and like some other offlaner. I don't really see too many other ways to mix it up at this point. Otherwise, it's just a one different support. I was going to say NP should probably ban the Dusa if it gets to 5th pick, but it won't. EG grab it now.
Okay, now the draft have to differ. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life's already banned. There'll be a slight change.
10 seconds.
I don't even feel like the Life Stealer had to do all that much last game, though. It feels
No,
like
he
it's fairly replaceable.
They could do Slark, I think. Slark would be pretty good. It's decent vision, very good versus Mirana, not all in on physical versus the Sven. Keeps him in place so that Dusa can do damage. What other options are there? Jug's alright, but generally carry players don't like playing Jug versus a Sven because you just do no damage during Warcry because of Omni Slash. What else is there? Safe lane Venos, and also an option. Okay,
I'd keep banning
Jug's
the
been
Jug.
banned.
I mean, he's good for pushing, even if he's not that great versus Sven. So
Yeah, he's good versus the other heroes.
I like the Jug ban.
I vote Slork. There has to be more heroes though.
Better than our other options this election.
10 seconds remaining.
Yeah. Vote Jug for president.
I'm President Jug, man. I'm down with that. He's a badass.
Is he an American citizen though?
Oh, that's a good question. He's got quite an accent to be.
Is he above the age of
He
35?
could be an immigrant though. So as long as he's been, well, actually no, you have to be natural born, right? So I don't know. I guess Jug can't be president, but he could still be a senator. Senator Jug. That has a nice ring to it. Well, back in Dota land, heroes have not found a way to escape the map and enter real life just yet. Enchantress will be banned. That could have been a good wrinkle. Something to contest, because that's what I was thinking is like, how do you really contest Veno? And you mentioned like Bounty Riki, at least to leech, or like it's got to be like a Chen Enchantress to run at him early.
Actually, I guess you want all in on physical damage because you have the Stone Gaze.
Yeah, they already have a lot of magic.
Yeah. What else is physical? Luna? Luna, I guess, wouldn't be that bad either.
They don't have a good save for her though. I guess Stone Gaze, but that's not.
Rock. Drop the rock.
Yeah, that's okay. It's very long cooldown. Kind of forces you to waste it sometimes.
Yeah, Slork and Clockwork also don't have the best synergy. I think I'd be okay with Luna. It's just she makes their safe lane might be a little bit weak, but yeah, you're versus Beastmaster. They had much bigger kill potential last game, however, with the Life Stealer in the lane. What other combos have I seen with Dusa? It's very commonly Dusa Sven on the same side.
It used to be Witch Doctor as a support was really popular.
Yep.
All right, well that one you don't see.
Dire
The
team pick.
legacy of PPD lives on.
Yeah, it really does.
Crit is going to pick up a PPD special here.
Their team fight is insane with this, and it's another anti-BKB. So much anti-BKB over Sven, and just in general, just a good way to kite Sven.
10 seconds remaining.
Well, what is NP
5
going to do?
seconds remaining.
If this is a support, is there any like different, like Chen is an option, I guess?
Reserve time.
Well, now you don't have to worry about the jungle Veno,
Yeah.
so that's nice.
That's true.
I would say something with a few instances of damage, I guess, so you can get rid of the treant armor, but they need more team fight. Their team fight's very weak right now. They have a kind of AoE stun in the Sven, not really
Well, I mean,
a large AoE stun.
I guess it could be an Iron Talent Tree Protector.
yeah.
He probably farms pretty quickly, right, with his high base damage.
Not level 5 in 3 minutes, fast.
No. Let's not get crazy. All right, MP. I doubt they saw this pick coming.
I like Disruptor, actually. I like Disruptor a lot versus Clock, and I think they need like some sort of AoE control to stop the Warlock. The thing is, like, Warlock gets his ult off like every single time, generally. The one game that he didn't was,
Also nice versus the clock initiation.
yeah, glimpse him out.
And the kinetic field is a great way to help
10
out Sven. Plus,
seconds
EG
remaining.
don't really have any BKB heroes, aside from maybe Dusa.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't really do well versus Medusa, though. Okay. Keeper of the Light. Some of the counters to Medusa are the mana trainers. We saw Necro, but those were kind of ineffective. Keeper of the Light with mana leaks, decent. Not amazing, just decent, I suppose. I guess you have a couple ways to move the Dusa. Forward Staff, Roar even's a little bit of a move. Blinding Light's all pretty good. But in general, it's pretty good versus the Medusa because she doesn't get BKB. And, like, if you, like, Manta or Lincoln's block the mana leak, you still get hit by the blinding light afterwards. So that's pretty good.
All right, so there are some tweaks here to round things out. EG going for the Treant Protector, NP for the Keeper. That does conclude our draft. Ben, they almost did the same draft. There is a big twist here to deal with the Dusa.
Remaining.
Are you liking NP's chances to push this to a game 5?
5 seconds remaining.
Keeper, I think, gets destroyed by Clockwork in general. And I think that EG, they were very comfortable with the lineup that they ran last game. They've shown that they know how to deal with first pick Sven and NP. Didn't we see this like a few days ago where they picked the very similar lineups again? And
It was when they played EG in the winter bracket.
yeah, and then
they did it all 3 games.
MP switched it around and won one of the games. However, I don't think this time will be like that. I think that they are underhanded in the draft.
Wouldn't be any Dota without a little all chat to get things started. This time, polite all chat. A good luck, have fun, and a good game. Yeah. I don't know if that's I hope we have a good game or GG. I'm playing an off-lane Venomancer. Let's go next. So they are going aggressive here with the Veno. They're gonna directly contest right away. It looks like. How are these lanes gonna match up for NP? Can they deal with this Veno aggression?
Sven can't farm well, if that's what you're asking. They can deal with it in the sense that Sven won't die, but I don't think they can actually secure his farm unless they swap out the lanes. So the bigger problem is bottom lane. How is Clockwork versus I haven't seen Clockwork in a long time, so I don't actually know how that lane is.
Yeah, I have no idea. I mean, so I guess trying to think it through here, the boar is pretty low mana, so you're likely to be able to get the boar repeatedly. I doubt he can fully mana burn him to prevent that.
Yeah, you have more base damage on
and better
these.
armor as well. So you probably trade reasonably effectively, but Clock should at least be able to get his experience. But as I say that, he's roaming.
They're swapping.
Are they swapping the lanes?
Yep.
Yeah. So they're not going to get the Veno versus Sven matchup. And Universe also is going to have living armor here, so he's going to be very difficult to kill. When's the last time you saw a Treant?
Long time ago. Can't remember.
Because I remember when we used to see Tree, it was that level 1 Leech Seed boots and just run around. I guess now it could be a Windlace and just run around hitting people and try to get first blood, but is that not really a thing anymore?
I suppose not. They made the offlane a little bit easier too, so it's not as important to zone out the hero, and not as easy.
I'll try to keep our eyes on MSS as he did give up first blood last game in the offlane. Some kill potential here.
He has a TP scroll. I think there's very little kill potential because he started out with that level 1.
Yeah, that's true. So he is getting his experience for now. Envy hanging on in the mid lane as the Mirana, and had an okay time against Sumail, but really started to fall behind when he went for those rotations.
Oh, he leapt and he still got hit. That's rough.
There's the first TP. So MSS has a window now where he's got to play more conservatively. Meanwhile, Universe getting the Ogre Club and not liking it too much.
No, they're getting good pulls. SVG is level 2, and they will get the 2-minute spawn, no problem. Looks like Universe wants to either leech some of the experience or get the rune, and it looks like the rune will be his.
This is going a lot better for NP so far, it feels like. Mid lane still even. Sven doing much better as Aoi is atop the CS chart. And there's no Iron Talon jungle Veno is just going to show up and ruin his day. Now maybe Arteezy leaves the lane and goes top, but at that point the bottom lane's being given to a hero that isn't all that scary and could potentially be ganked like the Warlock. So it seems like it's going better for NP so far.
MSS should get a lot of levels from this huge wave up on bottom. They weren't able to double stack the large camp, so there will be 4 Treants, albeit a little bit low HP on those Treants, that will make it to the tower.
MSS in position to scout out EG moving in. They're going to kill off the Hawk again. Good job by Zai there. Envy continue to struggle a little bit versus Sumail with the Mystic Snake spam, always threatening to throw it in. And bottom lane, they go on MSS. This time, though, he doesn't have a TP. I guess the courier was busy elsewhere, and that's likely to be the first blood. Slowly whittled down and will be finished off. The TP comes out from 1437. They might just go on him, but he's very tanky. They're going to eat a tree. They want to commit for this one. They've gained up, and the Ogre, who thought he was too tanky, may prove not to be tanky enough. Is there going to be a ward block from Arteezy? No, he goes for the Gale, and that will be enough with the Shadow Word. Gets them 2 kills. Now back into the lane. In a moment is MSS, but he can't do a whole lot. Just got to watch them slowly work him down. So just like that, EG, 2 on the board.
They are deceptively tanky on that lane. In between Warlock heal and the Salve still in their inventory and the Leech Seed, they weren't really in danger of dying. And Venomancer, I see an Iron Talon in the stash. It's time to swap. They can leech more out of the jungle this way. Have 1 support pull, have 1 support sit in the lane, and have Venomancer do the jungle left 2 camps. Maximize their efficiency. Similar to last game, how they try to get every little bit out of the Veno as they could in the first few minutes of the game. This time just focusing a little bit later in the first few minutes of the game.
Yeah, but he does go on Iron Talon. He gets the raindrops and the boots, so Arteezy can just retreat to the jungle, and they can give this bottom lane, I imagine, to Zai, who's already 4 with all these chain pulls. Largely uncontested. SVG sitting at 4, or sorry, at 3, and Ogre sitting at 2. So they are struggling a bit in the level department on these supports. That is the advantage EG have. Already a 500 XP lead, almost 1,000 gold lead. Arrow's going to come in mid. Sumail snakes to the south to dodge it. Will be successful in doing so.
Yeah, watching MSS's jungle at the moment. He will be level 6 actually fairly soon. With no sign of smoke on him as of yet. He does have his boots.
They're going to do it again, Ben, or at least try. Arteezy plopping down the ward, immediately goes to work with the Gale, and SVG does not have a TP. Maybe can try for the neutral deny, but that's going to be about it. AUI moving into position. Oh, but the wards are there, and Universe comes in. He has the rocket to secure the kill. No chance for a deny. Nicely done by EG.
Yeah.
Hey, Owie. How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, MP's trying to counter with the greedy support of their own, but EG are 1 step ahead with the aggressive smoke from Arteezy. They thought he was going to jungle perhaps after he disappeared off the bottom lane, but now they are taking a triple stack and no experience shared by Dyer. So that is a huge net worth swing EG's way. And now the wards continue to come out. He's creep skipped with the Plague Wards, and now that will leave AUI exposed, and this time they have caught him once again before his HOD.
By the way, they've been trying to kill Crit for a very long time here. They will finally bring him down. Arrow coming out. Zai. Oh, it actually hits him.
That Zai
Just
probably
the
not
tip,
happy
Ben.
about that
Just
one.
the tip.
That
did not
air-
look like it was going to hit.
Yeah.
But I think part of it is because of like the angle the camera's at when you're walking up the stairs. It slightly misrepresents where you actually are in like a true top-down perspective. But anyway, man, that sucks. Zai down, but really nice arrow by Envy, and he did the geometry there, secures the 2 kills, and they needed it. And combine that with these, with the rotation to the top lane as they bring down Arteezy's Veno. NP, they respond in force. They have the roar ready, and they're keeping MSS near top. I kind of like that, because if they try to come on the Sven this time, he could respond with a roar and completely turn that gank around.
And he has a smoke to bypass the wards, so Arteezy might feel safe, but will actually not be. And Venomancer eyeing a Veil first build, which is very nice considering the damage output of their team until Sumail gets a lot more items on his
So Aoi already has a Dominator up, and we're going to see the same Ward War raging on. Crit marching past the Sentry. And marching over towards mid. Sumail is there up in front, sieging away at the tower. Arteezy's going to join him. Take a few shots. Pretty tanky with 10 armor, thanks to the Bassi as well as the living armor of Crit. So 1437 will try to deal with this, but already that tower's down. This is just systematically going to limit NP's access to the Ancients, and that's exactly where EG are headed next. Dropping down the wards up on the high ground, sneaking in a bit further, actually beginning to stack and farm them offensively is Arteezy. Can NP respond?
If they do, they're going to have to fight into a bed of wards.
And once these get set up, it really gets hard. You can see he's planting them just like at the right range that the Ancient aggro will be very limited. They'll just walk in. They'll hit his hero once, they go back. The wards freely doing work all the while. And NP are clearly aware that something's going on over there, but can they really contest it is the question. Oh, Golem, bottom lane, commit mid for SVG, and just slaughtered by Zai. He's like, yeah, I'll take that free solo kill. Why the hell not? And this is going to allow them to push the bottom tier 1, which again is just all about these Ancients and all about the Sven. They've got Sven figured out so far.
1437, and the rest of NPR moonlit.
They stun Arteezy, living armor's there. Arrow, roar. Yeah, he's dead. And they are going to take their Ancients for the most part. Maybe the ward sniping one there. But that's a nice response by NP.
Oh, that was really close with the deny by SBG. Nice attempt there.
Hookshot comes in though, catches out two. Envy has a leap available. He's not bothering to. For now, living armor could be a tide turner in this one. He's even moving in a bit further. Zai there with the help. The double heals, making it tough for NP to find a kill. But Envy just happily farming away top. They did hold on to their Ancient somewhat. They lost the tier 1 though. So projecting force around the map gets trickier as time goes on, and I imagine the next step for EG, if it's similar to last game, is going to be invading this jungle.
They need top tower first. They last game they were able to get top tower down very, very early because Venom was much higher level relative to where he is now. But this game, yeah, I see Crit draw the line. Drew it straight from the T1 on the top, straight right. They want to push this tower down. Sven's going to get a little bit of farm in the meantime. They might get like 1 or 2 stacks, but they really need to limit this part of the jungle farming that NP's employing at the moment.
Now he's taking that precious time that he has left before the real fighting breaks out.
Dude, Zai is rich. Arcane, Gloves of Haste, and 1,300 gold.
Well, he basically, like, that's the thing is, the Veno went off lane and Iron Talon jungle very early, so he just had the lane to himself.
Yep. That's one of the great things about having a position 1 Veno. You don't really need farm that much, and if you die, it's nowhere near as painful as a normal position 1 death.
Arteezy has committed for a Veil now. So
Yeah,
couple that with his ultimate, you've got some devastation for NP.
And Fatal Bonds and Shadow Word.
Suddenly even the Rocket and the Mystic Snake become scary. They are going to start pushing that tier 1, but NP react in kind. They do have a Beastmaster, so this is a reasonably fast push, even just with that 2 points in Inner Beast right now. Couple that with the Bloodlust, now level 3. Tower will fall, and they do it about the same time that EG kills theirs. Maybe NP just trade.
They should. They have Warlock Golem up, so not really a good time for them to fight. Arteezy not level 8 yet. Let's see if he picks up his ultimate at level 8. Looks like he will, now that he's picked up the Veil.
Yeah, they got to be careful about pushing this, but the one man who isn't vulnerable to a Clockwork is the one who's bottom. That's Envy. As long as he just leaps out, should be A-okay. Conga line of NP heroes moving from south to north.
They have an Observer Ward over there. Arteezy, they do not have a pre-living armor on him, however. So
oh, Roar's going to find Zai. This could be huge. Can they follow up with an Ogre Stun? They're going to try to, but the living armor's there. The Veil comes out. They drop the Rock, and I don't know if they really want to take this fight any longer, Ben. Poison Nova committed. Zai still alive, healing up through this. Looks like he's going to live. They find one, and they look for more SVG being scouted out with the Sentry now plopped down. Might go down, and Plink.
Yeah.
Got him. Way too
Yeah,
tanky.
they all got hit by the Infernal, and then level 3 Fatal Bonds. Combine that with Veil in the ultimate. That is a recipe for disaster.
So push it to over 3K, and rising for EG as they extend their lead. Now we're going to go to the Ancients now.
You know,
No
a lot
stacks.
of that fight was due to the Iron Talon from the Venomancer. Like he allowed Warlock to get the levels for level 3 Fatal Bonds. There are extra units because of the Beastmaster, and then he also had a few extra levels so that he was tankier. And then he also had the raindrops because he was able to freeform bottom, which allowed him to drop the rock. So that has long-ranging implications.
As far as EG's draft goes and kind of the grand strategy of it, Ben, do you think it's similar to last game where they still have a pretty long window here to try and end the game as long as they choke out NP, or is it a bit different running the core Veno than last time around?
It's very different. Core Veno and core Lifestealer. Like everyone's just trying to stay alive, as opposed to having a single person tank like a Lifestealer last game. And then the Deuce is doing damage. You have a lot more damage dealers with the Veil on the Veno, and you have you're generally everyone's trying to keep each other alive. The Treant, the Warlock heal, the Rock Drop, the Clockwork Initiation. They have a lot more ways as opposed to the Lifestealer relying on Rage, his high armor, and armlet toggling to tank most of NP's damage this game.
So Sumail just quietly hitting creeps, and we're going to see a backtrack for a Midas, and it's not even slow, really. It's a 14-minute Midas after getting a Veil and an Iron Talon. So Arteezy will grab that now. Give EG that extra push towards the level 11 ultimate, the level 16 ultimate eventually. Definitely big for Venomancer in terms of ramping up his potential damage output.
Yeah, without a pipe, I think they just almost all died to like Ags ulti plus Fatal Bonds. They really need the Keeper Ags to heal through it, I think.
The problem is the jungle is not particularly safe. They will give him a lane for now, but you mentioned it. He's vulnerable to clock ganks should Universe head his way, and now Universe has a Blade Mail.
MSS looks for crit. He will find him with a Hawk. No armor up yet. Does he have enough damage?
He's going to Overgrowth and TP away, and I think he makes it out of this one. That forces out the Overgrowth, but it's really not that long a cooldown, only 70 seconds. Meanwhile, top lane, Arteezy getting caught, but AUI unable to kill him off. The hook comes in! As usual, Universe is there, but
he got the kill on Veno.
Actually did get the kill on the Veno.
He got cleaved.
That was kind of unfortunate with the Clockwork's positioning. But 1437, Limpy away on 10 HP, almost died as well. Trading the Veno for the Sven.
That's okay.
Thoughts?
Veno has Midas, so reliable gold. Can catch up easier on experience. Sven is much more important to NP. His net worth is more important to NP than Veno's is to EG's.
What's Crit going for? Are we going to see another Midas?
I'm not sure. Glimmer would be pretty good, but it doesn't really help against Sven's damage. But it does help a lot versus the Keeper. Maybe a Pipe even. I think Pipe would be good if they... It depends on how early they want to push. And it would synergize with their overall ideal of just having people live. Because all they need to do is stay alive in the fight. And then Dusa will clean everyone up. What else is there? Mech's generally just not bad at all. I think I would prefer Pipe, however, just so people don't die. You don't want to give up any deaths. Because like Veno, deaths don't impact him that much, but it's like, you still just don't want to die.
I don't know if there's any heroes that actively like want to die. Maybe if it's like a Bloodstone suicide to heal your team or something.
Yeah, sometimes support Venge.
That's true. For the aura.
Very rare. Space Creation by Pylite Eye.
Well, if he can do that without dying, though, so much the better.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a free trip back to base.
Yeah.
If you're base racing.
They do have somewhat better tools for dealing with Dusa. Like, not only the Necro 3, but also the Mono Leak. Still haven't really seen it come into play that much yet. But
Yeah, and they're getting the Ags is coming pretty quickly on Keeper. He is over halfway there. So that's a very nice tool that MP will need going into the later game.
The hook, though. Oh, Universe. I think he... Oh, no, he did have a ward.
Whiffed.
But MSS just calmly walking away. So Envy's still farming towards the eggs.
Warlock almost has his eggs too.
Alright, so they're going to get Warlock eggs. Whatever Arteezy's next item is, I guess try to work towards his own eggs,
Usually
maybe.
eggs, yeah.
And then Dusa has the Lincolns. Maybe will be most of the way towards the Scotty. But do they wait for that, or do they just go like with the Warlock eggs?
Well, I'm not sure if they have any time to wait. Without the hook shot up, looks like NP will be looking to take a fight. However, they just do not have that great of positioning. They don't have the high ground ward up yet, whereas they do have the Veno Plague ward.
They're going to lead with the Roar here. Axe's coming out, but that Living Armor keeps Universe in fighting shape. The Necro 3 wailing away at him, but he has no mana left to lose, so it doesn't really hurt all that much. Envy coming in from behind, but that prompts the Venomancer ult. It hits both cores, it looks like. Aoi now gets rooted. Slowly going to start ticking down here. The Rock gets dropped as well, and 2 others. It's really the supports and the nukers winning this fight. MSS force back, 1437 on the run, but they're not dying just yet. Arteezy's going to go down. They haven't lost a soul, and it looks like they might not. That was not the organized fight EG wanted.
They had a great split after they realized they couldn't kill the Clockwork. Warlock was really far away. The Clockwork got blinded closer to NP, and the Warlock's distance in between him and the Clockwork was just too great for him to cast the rock. And then by the time he got up there, NP all retreated back. And then he actually got blocked by the Necrobooks inside the trees on the right side so that he couldn't cast a good rock. And then he was forced to drop a rock to save himself, and that was just the flair for NP to run in and sweep up the ZG heroes.
So it did end up being a 2-for-1. Sven, Aoi had his TP on cooldown, and it looks like a rocket plus maybe some Warlock Fatal Bonds damage finished him off. So not a complete flawless victory, and it was about as ugly as a fight can go in terms of disorganization for EG, and they got caught out with the clock first, so it wasn't their dream fight. And they didn't have Sumail there, he was just off pushing mid, but still, NP definitely happy with the result.
And Arteezy back up immediately. BOT's farms top and 400 gold to boot. So he's dying a decent amount, but he is neck and neck with the Sven in terms of net worth despite having 2 more deaths.
Well, Dusa just farming. We still haven't really seen Sumail enter these fights, and he's going to grab a Hyperstone. So
What is that for? Is that for AC,
AC or Mjolnir? Yeah. Normally you get the Maelstrom first.
Yeah. Maybe there was some chicken use. I don't know. Chicken's flying out right now. It could technically be a Moonshard too, but
Moonshard seems a little odd.
yeah, it's not the worst thing in the world though. They don't really they can't stun lock them forever. Ooh, BOTs. Now Arteezy is gonna have to take the long way around and expecting a gank. Oh, they see AUI with the Observer Ward. Is he gonna go for the hook shot?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Universe streaming in, has him in range, but not in his sights right now. Rocket's available, he'll let it go. He's like, he dodges it, and a little blink, and buys the blink, I should say. TP's out. Very well played by Aoi.
Ooh, that was close.
Calm under pressure.
I thought he was going to hit him with a vision from the Observer Ward, but maybe not exactly sure where the rest of MP's team was at that exact moment. But they're being greedy and they're farming in the meantime. Mirana split pushing doesn't really even need a TP back because of the recall from SVG, and he is just 200 gold away from having his eggs. And that, with the 24-minute mark signaling daylight, they could actually survive the Veil Warlock combo that EG has won some of the previous fights with.
EG not snowballing nearly as hard as they did in game number 3, but they are still leading. 8,000 gold.
Yeah.
3,000 experience. That's a pretty substantial advantage.
You mentioned Dusa hasn't been joining the fights, and look at her net worth relative to NP's. That is very worrisome for Dire's outlook. But what is this? I still don't know what he's building with Hyperstone.
They're pretty bad at hitting buildings, so I could see an AC.
Do they
It's not
need
the-
AC though? I don't
It's not
think
the
they
best
need AC.
Dusa item. generally.
I
Oh, Arteezy caught out. Arrow's going to follow this up. He might not even be able to get off his ultimate. Nope, won't have a chance. The arrow was there. They didn't even need the roar, and they instantly descend on the tower. The tears of our tour litter the earth. As the infused raindrops been lucky.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's
Dusa TPing back. They do not want to go on her, and it will be a Mjolnir, just the strange build up with the Hyperstone first. I think the attack speed is much better for farming Ancients, because Maelstrom's pretty useless for farming Ancients. So
that's a good reason.
so the Hyperstone's like really nice for that. And Mjolnir is really strong versus their team. It'll kill the Necro Books. It'll kill the the Beastmaster Summons. It's very good if you're Blinding Lighted. You're still doing damage, and it's very good for Sven because he has high armor. So that is a really nice choice by him, and he's unlikely to be focused, so he doesn't have to go a stat item.
Does feel like for NP that the order of the day will be split push. The Beastmaster certainly gearing up for it, looking for that tier 1 top.
Radiant's top tower
Envy
is under
already
attack.
doing his thing bottom. He is not cutting the wave like we saw last time. Might make his way over there. He may need to, as EG are assembling the Horde. 5 heroes now grouping up.
He doesn't need it back. They don't have creeps, so they can stall out with SVG, no problem. They don't have a way to get rid of the Blinding Light.
Tower is under attack.
They don't have a pipe to help tank Illuminate.
Yeah, Sumail will be forced back to go deal with this side push.
They need BOTs on him, actually, but
I was
maybe after.
just thinking the same thing.
Yeah. They need Mjolnir
Because
first.
they're really not mobile. Again, that's the one downside to both of these EG drafts. Don't even have the Infest to work with, like last game. BOTs and Arteezy and Clockwork Hook. That's basically it.
The BOTs on our tour is nice. However, he is very vulnerable to just dying. Medusa somewhat too, because she can get stun locked and not be able to get her Stone Gaze off. And they will see Eternal Envy. Universe does not get the hook shot, nor does he get the battery assault hit. And
That's 3 in a row missed by Universe. Definitely not having an explosive performance this game.
the cold streak.
Yeah. But we all know Universe has a tendency to just turn it on at the key moments. If there is such a thing as a clutch player in Dota, he is the definition of it.
And EE being as obnoxious as ever in terms of allowing EG to push out the lanes, and now he has an Invis rune and will likely skip this wave and just kill another one.
They're getting annoyed. Blink
Oh,
Dagger comes-
Dusa. They are scouting behind Dusa, and they don't see anyone there. She gets stunned.
Oh, they're going to go on her, but actually backup is not too far away, and they do have a Blink Dagger now on the Tree and Protector crit. It hasn't arrived just yet, though. The Stone Gaze is forcing them back. Oh man,
my.
if Crit had that Blink he just bought, that could easily have been a 5-hero overgrowth into a rock, but they are going to march in. They drop the rock anyway. It's a pretty good one, connecting on a few, but Owie able to just muscle Sumail down early in the fight at full HP. He can come and deal with these golems. With the Echo Saber, he'll make short work of them. Sven is the solution. 3 have fallen, and 4 now, with 4 heroes dying as well as 2 golems. So
And that's a gem loss, too.
Envy just winning them that fight with a huge flank and setup.
Yeah, that was
If Tree
so
had
big.
this blink that he just now picked up, I think that's a completely different fight.
They chose to fight, too. That was very strange by EG. They didn't have the Veno BOTs up. It cooled down near the last seconds of the fight. Nor did they have any mana on Dusa. Dusa mana is very important. Like, if she doesn't have any mana, she's just going to die, just like she did. And I'm even surprised she got the Stone Gaze off. That was a very great save with the Force Staff on the Clockwork, but not enough to win EG that fight.
Giving Aegis now to Eternal Envy, up to 2,600 gold. And NP finds some much-needed renewed life here in a potential elimination game, cutting that gold lead from over 7.5k to close to 0, and they're now leading in terms of experience. That's going to get a Sven BKB online, and not the best BKB game, but still will help you a lot against the Venomancer to some extent. And the Warlock, I guess. So, still feels it's like one of those necessary, but just doesn't really get you all that excited BKB games.
Well, you don't want to sit in root all game either.
Yeah.
Root, Leech Seed, like even just the Trinity Protect spells, I think will almost warrant enough enough reason for him to get it. He has enough damage from Bloodlust and the Inner Beast too, so don't forget that he pretty much has a Moon Shard on him already.
That is a good point. So Owie continues to power up in the lanes, and we'll see Universe again trying to make a move. This time he does hit the hook. He goes for the cog back. He connects on that too, and Envy just running away. Actually, he does bait him forward into crit. who has a Blink Overgrowth available. That leap has still not been used, though. And be very stubborn about holding onto it. In fact, the trap is going the other direction now as reinforcements have arrived. They get off the Overgrowth, though. Zai, no Golem for 25. God, that would have been a great time for the ultimate. But instead, Clockwork down. He barely makes it away on the Warlock. An ill-advised rotation. So he had Aegis. I'm quite surprised that Universe even went for that in the first place.
Yeah, overall not the worst thing in the world. They actually didn't even lose their Warlock, so he will have Rock up for this fight should they decide to fight. No Roar, no Necro, very little mana on Eternal Envy, and they will not be able to convert that to Tier 2. And things get increasingly difficult now that Keeper has had the axe for quite some time. It's very difficult to retain map vision, especially with the gem loss, but as soon as nighttime hits, boom, smoke coming out from EG. They will not have their Clockwork, but that may be a blessing because NP might not expect the gank at this sort of time when there are only 4 strong.
They're going to find 1437. Oh, Arteezy will still manage to catch him out, though, and they're going to pump some auto attacks into him. 1437 making this tough on them, though. Surprisingly agile beast, the Ogre, but they will get the kill in the end. They're going to move forward down mid now, but creeps are not cooperating. Already you can see the BOTs to the top lane. BOTs could be purchased by MSS now if they want to get a second set.
I think they should. They just need a split push. They have recall, so there's not really any danger for him to not be at that fight. And Eternal Envy gets recalled in, and they are looking to gank these 3 relatively weak heroes. Now that Arteezy showing on bottom and Sumail on top, they could get sandwiched right now when they are at their weakest.
Hook shot, and it's on a crucial hero, the Gem Bearer SVG, but he blindly lights him outside of the cogs. Can they follow it up? They drop the rock for that damn Gandalf. They'll get the kill. MSS is going to exact a little revenge here as he will take down one. The Bale deployed, though. And now they're starting to multicast and try to bring down these damned golems who are beating the ever-living crap out of the Ogre, and from behind, Envy will come in. Going to work on Universe. Blade Mail is up, and he's going to bring down the Aegis at least, but it will cost him his life. BKB on Owie, but it comes after the Poison Stain slow as he hunts for Zai through the trees, so
easy juke.
Ends up being a gem down. I didn't see who grabbed it. Radiant Courier? Yeah, they get it back, so they hang on to the gem. All they lose is 2 supports and an Aegis. EG losing their Veno again. Arteezy just having a rough time of it.
Yeah, he might need a ghost or something. I don't even know if he wants a ghost though versus the Mirana. But I think it's worth it because he just keeps dying to Sven. Maybe a Pike would work well for him. But he's kind of already committed to a spellcaster build. I don't know if Pike is the right choice this late into the game, but it would certainly help versus the Sven. Who
what else do you get normally? Octarine, Refresher?
Yeah, Octarine. I think Ghost. I think like Ethblade, Octarine would probably be a little bit better. Hookshot misses again as they look for AUI, but he's out of there. And they're all sweeping in from the top side. There is no rock.
Oh, beautiful connection by Eternal Envy. It comes on the Universe. However, he does have a Blade Mail. He's not dead just yet with the Living Armor. And the Warlock heal. He tries to make it out. Blink forward from the Sen. Echo Saber slow. Stun follow-up. Gets the kill. They might chase for more even. Envy, he pounces forward. The Roar attempted, but Arteezy there to zone them away. Jumping in even deeper with the Starfall. Countering, though, looking for the combo, but they don't have the rock. It's all up to Sumail, who's finally joined to fight for what feels like the first time this entire game. Beautiful blink disjoint there on the Sven stun. 1437 getting low. Sven now in a bit of danger. He's actually going to try to go on to Sumail, given an extra mana to continue this fight, but he needs to run. Multicast for the move speed with the Bloodlust. And
he also needs to use his Mjolnir. I didn't see him use it last game. This game is similar story.
Well, again, another good fight for NP.
Arteezy just keeps dying.
Didn't get off his ultimate again.
Yeah, I think I would prefer to see Ghost into Octarine. Or even a Glimmer on one of those supports. It's not like the supports are lacking in money right now. At least not Zai. I guess Zai, you want a Refresher on him, though.
Yeah, by the way, he did go for a Blink. So they have Blink Root, Blink Rock. They have all kinds of crazy initiation. But we haven't seen that perfect combo yet. Seems like
only
NP
the
are always
one time on top.
NP are like always picking someone off to start the fights.
Yeah, if the chain stun is strong on the side of MP.
NP hanging in there, and actually For the first time this game, since the very early laning stage, they are leading. A modest advantage in terms of gold, but it is an advantage, and they were certainly take that.
Finally, they have BOTs
Oh,
up on the
this
Medusa.
is a big
though.
rocket, though. This one time, it's a connection. The Cogs are in good position to keep AUI back, but he's able to just blink away. So 1437 caught by the Veil, chased out by the Blade Mail. It's a big commitment from Universe just to get a support Ogre. They'll grab that kill. Roshan not up.
Yeah, that Ogre's hard to kill, man.
It's just an Ogre.
Dusa hasn't been in these fights early a lot, though, so the BOTs is actually going to make a very, very big difference, especially considering where MP has taken the fights. And on top of that, you can TP on top of the golems to position yourself well for the Stone Gaze in the middle of the fight. So I think that could be a turning point where EG can start winning the team fights where they've been losing them for the last 10-15 minutes.
Oh, Envy going to be recalled back. Universe almost had him.
Ooh,
That was close.
that was really close with the Cogs.
He's like, SVG? SVG?
Yeah, he might need a blink at this point. And now Sven has gotten a Manta style. So generally he likes to go for Lincolns, but that's versus like the likes of Batrider and Beastmaster versus something like
He's going to go
Protector
Manta
Root.
Defusal, right? For the. I mean, why else would you?
Manta's for the
Just
roots.
for the root, you
Yeah,
think?
I think so. I think it's completely okay. Root is a big cooldown, and you don't want to use BKB for it because then you'll just get stone gazed, and then you want as many cooldowns as possible for Sven so that you can do as much damage as possible. And
Okay. Let's see how it works out. Definitely unconventional, but we've seen some very effective unconventional builds from NP in the series.
another miss hookshot. That would have been the gem.
There's the root onto SVG, but the double 4-step to freedom gets him back to safety. Zai diving towards the base, thinking about dropping the ultimate, not going to though.
Okay, he got it. He's using his Mjolnir. I'm surprised that Medusa has also not gone for an MKB because of the Blinding Light. Blinding Light's very annoying, and either you get Manta, which is great versus Blinding Light but terrible versus Sven, or you get MKB, which is good versus Keeper and okay versus Sven. So I think MKB is overall a better choice to deal with it. I guess he could get Bloodthorn, but like, oh, they're jumping. Right
Not
now.
again. Arteezy keeps on getting caught, keeps on getting punished. He's 4-stepped in by Universe. It might be enough to get him away to safety. He did pop his ultimate. The rocks come down, but already 3 heroes almost dead. AUI, though, is going to be forced back by this Stone Gaze. SPG turned into stone. Will they be able to finish at least him off? Keeper dying would be big, but Envy on the backlines cleaned up 3 dead already. Sumail now alone in the river and in trouble. Will push himself away towards safety with the Hurricane Pike, but Envy nails him, drills him with the arrow. Owie over the top to follow this one up. Hey, he remembered to use the static charge, but I think it might be a little too late, Ben. They're going to E-blade him, stun him, nuke him down, 4 fall, just like that, and that's with the whole combo getting used. It really feels like EG's lineup is just falling off, and NP are going to outlast them down the stretch.
Venom just keeps getting jumped. They have to blow so many cooldowns. They have to blow Rock, they have to blow double 4-step, they have to blow Stone Gaze immediately just so Arteezy can get his ultimate off. And that will be an easy roach for MP. Yeah.
We might have a game 5 on our hands. Who's going to blink
think
first? NP with the Keeper really has seemed to make the difference here. That plus the choice by EG to run it as a core Veno and not a support. Those are really the only 2 major changes this game.
And some item choices too. I think has hurt them in this game. The Mjolnir is great for farming, but actually turns out not to be that great in team fights when you don't use it. And Keeper blinding lights you every single time. The Keeper has been really good about preventing people from dying during the Clockwork Hook shots.
Oh boy, it's happening.
The Dagon.
Taser Marana.
Yeah.
The Cat Lady Exterminator Extraordinaire.
They need a pipe on EG to deal with this, and eventually maybe a high ground push into Keeper of the Light. But now that it's nighttime, maybe they can win another fight. However, now NP have the Aegis to make up for the lack of sunlight.
That was very poetic. I liked it.
And Ogre has a hood of his own too, so
Yeah, pipe first the Veno. Eventually.
yeah, if he ever gets it off.
Well, NP not out of the woods just yet, but certainly looking like they're in control of this game now with the more scaling cores late into the game. And seemingly just the consistent ability to find better initiation.
I see Zai building a pipe. So if they get a pipe on him and then one more item up on the Medusa after the Scotty, maybe they can take a fight, but they need to weather this Aegis. And it looks like NP are looking to take a big fight very soon, and they consistently get the jumps with their excellent usage of smokes on top of the Moonlight Shadow. And
They show
Sumail
Sumail. Is that the hero they want, though? He's tanky. They break the Lincoln Sphere using the Troll Trap. That's going to force out the ultimate. Envy shotguns him to hold him in place a little bit longer. He turns back the other way. And Zai blinks into Midas, the Troll. Oh, I don't know about that, Zai. Looks like he will make it out.
Wow, that Troll just
Forced
almost
out,
won them that fight.
Forced out Dusa.
Yeah, it was important because she would get stunlocked otherwise. Sven stun into Roar into like Arrow or something.
Arteezy, he's tired of Envy finding him, but it's going to happen again. Another death for Arteezy. Yeesh, 3 and 8. Good game indeed, Artur. Good game.
He might need a Blink Dagger instead. He's gone for what, a Plate Mail and a Force Staff? But
He's going back for Hurricane Pike, I guess.
But he has a Plate Mail.
Yeah.
Shiva's is alright, but then he gets blown up by Envy.
He's dying to the shotgun more than the Sven right clicks.
So that's where you need like a Pipe, a Glimmer, and then maybe a Shiva's would help. But without the other magic resist items, the Shiva seems like it's not going to be able to keep him alive in the fights. But Envy is out in no man's land. Universe is on top, just waiting for the hook shot. Envy being very patient.
Poking forward. They even commit the rock for this, and they'll get him.
That's a big kill, though. Envy has been alive for far too long. Mega kill streak ended by Zai. However, was it worth committing the rocks?
He wants to go in here. He BKBs. Crit. Does have the ultimate. He overgrowths, and he can just Manta right out of it. Continue pursuit. On the other side of the fight, MSS hammering away at Zai. Those golems are done for. Next on the list is Zai. He also falls. Little plink from SVG actually collecting that kill, and that just leaves only Sumail, who does have Stone Gaze. He gets off the static buff, but AUI just man-moding into him and completely dealing with all this damage. The Warcry doing too much work there, and now even through the Stone Gaze has no mana left for a TP out, but they're going to turn with the 1437 multicast. They'll get that kill as well. There are no ults up. Arteezy throws his body in the line of fire. Perhaps with the Poison Nova he can get the job done, but they all just TP away. No way to cancel those, and they're out of there. So all they get is the Mirana. Aoi will limp back.
Okay. Yeah, Medusa definitely needs MKB or BKB, but I think MKB would be better for him. He did no damage even though multiple people got Stone Gaze. Even a buyback from Arteezy might have been able to win them that fight, however. And let's see, Sven with the Orchid. Looks like an easy way to break the Lincolns onto the Medusa. Instant cast is always great. And looks like NP, they're in that territory. Just one more Aegis and one more team fight will put them over the edge. Dusa has a ton of net worth, but just not really able to manage or match the damage output of the Medusa at all. Or sorry, of the Sven.
They're going to start BOTing in, and under cover of Moonlight Shadow, move forward. However, I think they saw this.
Yeah, they have.
Yeah, they have the Plague Wards up. So
they have Obs Wards too, near the river.
So NP sneaking in, crafty maneuver, even if it won't result in a kill. The Shiva's Guard recipe hiding for dear life in the trees is SVG now summons the reinforcements. Begins pushing in that middle lane. Bottom lane is in good shape, so they can really start taking objectives here. They're going to grab that tier 2 top. NP zeroing in on a potential high ground siege with a Sven and a Beastmaster. This is going to be a fast siege when they go for it.
I don't think they can go high ground right now. It's too risky.
You lose this coming soon.
Yeah, you lose this fight, you lose Roche, and then Medusa will farm her MKB. She has a Javelin in her inventory, and then they have the Pipe and the Warlock, which is huge considering how much magic damage is on the side of NP. But the problem is if you wait too long, it'll be nighttime. So nighttime will coincide very closely with Roshan's respawn time, and EG looking to go for a kill over here. Universe scouting out.
We'll find 1437. 4 staff into the cogs. A 4 staff back out. Hook forward. He really wants him. That lumbering beast. Oh, well, suddenly Universe is out of mana. Stunned by the Mana League. Hooked down for not much, but Zai blinking in deeper. He finds a secondary kill in MSS, and now Sumail gets onto them, lays into them, brings them down nice and quickly. Elsewhere, AUI trying to do work, but he has taken the Poison Nova damage, that BKB. Only a 5-second duration, so as soon as it wears off, that poison's going to start to set in. I think he might be in a little bit of trouble here, though. He's got backup. He tries to run. The Golems clear the way, and Sumail follows them in from behind. leading up the rear, but Envy still alive, has the Dagon E-Blade. Moonlight Shadow, though, slowed down by the Medusa. Arteezy trying to juke him. Shotgun. Don't do that to your brother, Arteezy, or Envy, but no, he will. I'll take Arteezy down. That's 3 for 1.
3 for 2. MSS bought back.
Oh, he bought back. Okay.
Yeah, but that's a very good fight for EG, all things considered. They wasted a lot on trying to kill the ogre, but Zai almost saved the day with a blink rock upheaval, which ended up killing MSS and another hero. So yeah, Arteezy dies, but that's nothing new this game.
Yeah, it's been a rough one. 9 deaths for him, and it's not going to get any easier now. And there's the Bloodthorn. Roar on the middle lane. They find Sumail. Sumail does not have buyback for 150 gold. Could be devastating if he goes down. He's already out of mana entirely. Envy trying to work on this rear line crit, and will finish him off with 1 extra Starfall. They still chase forward, but they do this without the rocks. Universe needs to back away. Envy threatening to continue. Arrow. This time it won't connect, but man, he was close. There's the stun on Sumail, breaking the Leakins. But really, they just want the tower, and they're going to work on that. Roshan's still not up just yet.
They need the rock for Roche. And do they push high ground? They still have 30 seconds left of daytime, and they can easily initiate with the blink Bloodthorn into stun on the Medusa. Medusa has topped. Oh, she has not topped her mana. She's at half mana going into this fight.
Could be a big deal. And now no MKB yet either. They're going to try to push him in deep. Owie behind enemy lines. BKB committed. Remember, it's a low duration one, and they're going to stone gaze him here. He's caught out. Owie's in trouble. Owie may end up actually going down, taking tons of physical damage. He will fall. Good play there by EG to bring him down, but it comes at the cost of 2 others, losing their Clockwork, losing their Warlock. And now no mana on Sumail. They break the Linkens. They threaten to kill him.
That was a big play by Universe with the 4-step into an immediate cog, and then he wasn't able to pop his BKB until he was already at maybe like 70%, and then nice play by Sumail running in front of him so that he got stone gazed, and looks like EG may regain control of the map prior to the next Roshan respawn, but unfortunately for EG, it is a super long Roshan respawn, pretty much the maximum duration right there at 3 minutes.
Well, there's the pipe, Ben. Now completed for the Ogre.
Yeah, pipe on both sides.
Yeah.
It's a little late, but still, it's percent base. It's still going to be pretty good. AC up on the Beastmaster. Dang. That is great. Now Sven can go for more damage items and buy a Moonshard.
AG still not out of this one entirely yet, but you can see the tail of the game. It's been a consistent descent for about 20 minutes now.
They're draining all of Medusa's mana through multiple Force Staffs. So they can instantly pop it with the Bloodthorn, and then they Mana Leak her, and then they Force Staff her like 2 times, and then she's out of mana. So she might need to get BKB over the Hurricane Pike, I believe. Because without mana, she's useless, and Mana Leak just drains her mana so quickly. She's out very, very far. But without the Sven, with the instant Lincoln's pop, Sumail does not feel scared. And they're trying to take control of this hill. Sumail playing very aggressively, just shoving down all of these creeps down the mid lane, and it's still 2 minutes before daytime, so NP are none the wiser as to where the rest of the EG heroes are.
You can see dire vision. Only these deep wards.
Arteezy's come back for a hood.
Poor guy.
Man.
Life and times of Artur Babev.
Just get BKB at that point, right?
Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah.
Especially considering like he's not really dying to nuke damage so much as chain stun in most fights.
Yeah.
At least that way you get off your ultimate.
Okay, they're looking at that right lane to see how many of NP's heroes there are, making sure that they're not smoked, and EG trying to do their best to control the pit, and Crit will walk in. And
they're going to find Sumail out in front. This could be real bad. Lincoln's broken, silenced up, roared, and then pushed away, but there's the rock, and it looks like he might end up making it out. Universe coming back in with the hookshot, isolating AUI, but also keeping poor, you guessed it, Arteezy inside the cogs. This time, though, he's able to skate away. They're going to focus AUI down. Universe still alive. The root follows all of this up, and they're going to look for more. It's Envy just gutting them down with nukes, but also in danger of falling in his own right. Arteezy, little bit by bit, bringing him down. 4 dead just like that for NP. Can they get the 5th? No, he will make it out. Buyback instantly on Envy.
That
Don't
hood.
count EG out just yet.
Well, the force staff usage is just incredible by both sides. And they save Sumail. You got the Stone Gaze off. Excellent hook shot by Clockwork to trap the Sven. His BKB duration is only 5 seconds, and that is just not enough to withstand the onslaught of spells that EG is throwing out.
Envy going in. He's got the BKB. He's just 3 heroes. He's in the middle of them. The Golden Cat. Unable to find a kill just yet, though. Arteezy pushing forward. He's going to have a fresh Poison Nova soon, but he also may just get blown up 4-step back. They want to keep that Venom alive. Missing on the second Star Storm, and he's out of there, barely. Do they keep on pushing? 50 seconds, no buybacks on NP.
They can keep him alive with
They just
living
don't
armor.
hit buildings quickly without
Nope.
Dusa, though.
They really do need Dusa. And Dusa, what did she buy with her gold? Or did...
On the Courier, there's nothing.
Oh, she bought Lincoln's. She replaced her...
Oh, that's right.
Wait,
I thought she had that.
Wait,
from
what
no,
did
she had that earlier.
What did she...
MKB.
replace?
She got the MKB.
I thought she had more gold than that, though.
I did not see what happened there with Envy.
He was going for a kill on Veno, it looked
That's
like.
a dieback. Oh, because Arteezy TP topped the farm, right? Because he was low. And then Envy BOT'd in to try and kill him, but Universe was there with the save. And that's a dieback. 100 seconds, no Mirana. They're going to have all their ultimates before this Mirana's up. This is a really big window for EG.
They just end the game right now unless they get the play right here. AUI.
They're going in hot, and AUI he gets the stun. They mono-leak and try to control the Clockwork, but this is going to leave the Dusa free to do as she pleases. Can Sven kill her down before he's turned to stone? Doesn't look like it. Held in position, they roar him. They got to focus Sumail. Sumail does not have buyback either. He could be out of the game for a very long time. He will be. AUI doing it right now for NP. He's brought down 3. It might be. It will be 4. They don't even need Envy. They'll get them anyway, and they just start beating Crit, knocking him around like a pinata. All 5 dead, a wipe the other direction.
You know what happened that fight? Sumail did not have Mana Shield on.
The entire fight?
No. Oh, he turned it on when he was at like 40%.
I thought he dropped really fast.
Yeah, he didn't have... I thought that Sven had Rapier or Crit, but it ended up that Medusa did not have Mana Shield that fight.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, it's...
That might be game the other way.
Yeah, I think so. It's
they
one of those things that like it's been changed so that when you respawn you'll still have it up. So sometimes it's like natural instinct to toggle it as soon as you respawn, just because it was the other way for so long. So I'm not sure if that's what happened to him, but he did not have Mana Shield on and he just got dropped.
They're going to take down that mid tower. Do NP keep on going? They've seen 2 buybacks, but no sign of the Dusa. Come out, Snake Lady. I've got a big sword for you.
They're scared of it. They really don't want to fight into Dusa, especially with Warlock Ultimate up and Clockwork up can actually catch them.
Are they not going to go?
No, they don't know that she has buyback, and they have really good catch. And Envy is not up, nor does he have buyback. So 20 seconds is not enough to end the game right now. So EG will get another breath of fresh air, but Roshan with cheese is up.
Nope. Forget about Roshan. They're coming back in under cover of Moonlight Shadow. I don't think they have detection here. They instantly jump. Arteezy, it's been the story of the game. The root comes out. AUI does not have Manta. It's on cooldown for now, but they lock him down. The rock comes out. Suddenly the Poison Nova. Oh, this is not looking good for AUI. Now he's in 2-bar. Hook is going to lock him in position. Cogs pushing back. He's done for. Sumail looking for more. Quickly chewing through the backliners. MSS ticking down. Fatal bonds. One more blink. Just a little shadow word would do the trick. Come, I've got some love for you, says I. Envy, though, did manage to zap down Crit while that was all happening. He's caught by Universe, though. Oh, no hook shot.
BKB TP, but there is no hook shot because he...
2 seconds off. That was close.
Ooh, his eggs.
So they get the Sven. Sven's out of it for 75, but has the buyback.
That was close. Oh, my goodness. Manta on cooldown.
Whew. My God.
Okay, let me double check that Sumail has Mana Shield on. Okay, he does. He doesn't have buyback still, but Roshan's up. Deuce is one of the best cheese carriers, especially in this game where her mana is drained without her like being stun locked often. It is going to be huge for them. And if Sven buys back for this and they don't get the Roche, they could easily just get wiped because they will just all in on the Sven here. So it looks like NP will have to concede to Aegis despite retaining a lead for the last 10-15 minutes of the game.
They lead by a lot as far as gold goes, though not overwhelming for this late into the game. Arrow comes in. It's going to end up assisting EG as it stuns the Roche.
Envy has to be super careful. He doesn't have BKB up, and his blink is stopped by the Venom wards. So how are they going to split the items up right now? Sumail, is he going to drop his Pike for one of the items because he doesn't have buyback at the moment? Is Arteezy going to get one of them? Is Zai going to get the Aegis?
Does he do go bootsless?
Wow, they're not giving an item to Sumail when he doesn't have buyback. I guess he can just farm it in base.
He is
so
fairly slot limited. By the way, he did also eat a Moon Shards. I don't know if we mentioned
Oh, okay,
that. So.
that's where his gold went.
I think he did this more recently. I could be wrong though.
I didn't see it on him before.
I don't remember seeing the buff, but I wasn't looking for it specifically.
Well, I saw him have MKB, and then he had a few thousand gold, and then when I looked again, he didn't have buyback. And
Okay, so he must have eaten it then.
He had it for a while. I didn't see it on Chicken though, and I didn't really see it on.
We've seen many a game be lost by a player who bought Moon Shards in a buyback and then died. So
yeah, he has buyback right now, so no big deal. He's farmed out a couple of waves. So let's see, Envy, no buyback for 1 minute. That could be a big deal because the death push is coming, or that's what EG hopes for.
Is under attack.
they march down mid, but they're pushing into Keeper. MKB is up though on Sumail, and it's critical to get this chip damage in.
I can't believe they give the Aegis to Zai instead of Arteezy. Arteezy doesn't have buyback, and he could have easily dropped his pipe, let's say, for it.
Yeah. We'll see if it matters. Working on the tower. Sumail bringing it down now. Envy trying to split push, but he doesn't have the best physical damage build. Although, that said, he's in danger. Moonlight Shadow out. Universe cuts off him the path, and he will have to leap and then TP. Now that the hook's been used, he could go for the BOT out, I think. But the BKB is down to 8 seconds now.
Oh, they didn't right-click him? Oh, my goodness. Universe has to be hitting himself over that one. They didn't right-click him, so he just blink BOT'd. And they didn't have any more mobility to chase him down. What a play. Envy creating space, and the death push is no more because Envy's buyback has cooled down. So the risky play pays off, and now NP have a few-minute window where there is no buyback for Warlock and no buyback for Venomancer. And is it Rapier territory from Rendusa at this point? I don't think so. I don't know. I think if she dies, they lose the game, even if she buys back. But actually, that's not a certainty. But if she had
Their team is really relying on that one big combo. It's not just the Dusa, it's the Rock, it's the Veno ulti, the Overgrowth, so maybe you just all in on that one fight. But that said, Sumail has been getting caught, and
I think what you do is you have a chicken follow you, and you have BKB to replace the BOTs, and then as soon as you use your BKB, you just swap them out. I think that might be better for it takes a lot of prep though. You need another chicken. You need gold for BKB and BOT, and you need to be able to micro it in the fight without dying.
MSS has been caught out. They're just gonna drop the rocks for the Beastmaster. They get him. He's out for 90. Has
How
buyback.
close is he to Refresher? Okay, he had 1,700 gold. I wasn't sure if he had both Perseverances yet, but he only has one, so Refresher will not be coming. Actually, technically, he could sell his. Oh, he sold his Midas. Yeah, he is going for it.
2,800. He's close. They want to win the game with this mage. I don't think he's going to have it before.
Yeah, he actually...
You have to sell something else.
He probably needed to keep his Midas at that point, so he can Midas like 1 or 2 more times. And these rocks are getting chipped down by Envy. Not really any fear from him because he has... Oh, he leaped in.
Very bold move, but Zai is TPing out. Scan even finds one, so he knows he just missed him.
And Crit places the high ground Tinker Ward. Maybe expecting to take a fight over
get
there.
Caught here. He hooks out as the stun connects. Woo.
What a player.
Spider-Man.
Okay. Well, MSS is still dead. Daytime about to hit. Will Zai be able to farm his Refresher in time? He needs gold. Can he drop his... I think he can just sell his energy booster. He still needs more gold, though. Even actually, yeah. Sell his energy booster, buy Refresher, and then they can take a fight. But if MP push right now, this could be very punishing. I don't think they should push here.
Well, Ben, here's an item we don't see very often. Rod of Atos for that Linked Sphere.
Wow.
That's a forgotten item.
Yeah. Who? What?
Ogre.
I know, but it's more like he could have almost a scepter with that.
It's not like he needs health either.
Yeah.
And the scepter still gives it to you.
He also has a 4-staff, but the super long range on the Atos is very nice because Ogre actually has range issues nowadays. So, yeah. No cast point. It's also pretty nice. Use 4-staff to save yourself.
There's the Refresher, and we have no time left on the Sages. By the time EG get to the base, it will be done.
Yeah, if they kill him, whew, that would be amazing for MP if they can find Warlock. And Zai has to be very careful with his positioning. He dropped the rock the first time, still 25 seconds left on that cooldown. And looks
Gearing up for a jump in mid. Envy's shown himself. Keep an eye on the buybacks here as the Aegis is reclaimed.
They need to de-ward this. Universe taking down the ward on the backside, and with this ward, they have definitely spotted out the refresher on the Warlock. So they are wise to EG's ways.
So now he does complete a heart up to 4k health. 4k health, 25 armor. You pop the Warcry, and you're looking at 45 armor.
And you pop the God Strength, you're looking at, what, 700 damage?
Yeah, plus that chance for crit.
Yep. Oh, mid lane.
Oh god. They found him. It's Arteezy again. Will he even get off his ultimate or the Veil? It doesn't look like it.
He has buyback, but yeah, that's not a death that you really want
And
to...
that's not it. They're also looking for Zai. Zai has to commit Golem #1 just to ensure that he survives through this, and Envy just comfortably leaps away. That's not ideal. Can they find anyone? MSS being focused down. They're going to shove Sumail right in, and he will punish with a secondary kill wall on the back end of the fight. Crit.
AUI trying to skip creeps on the left side of the map, but Universe looking for the hookshot right now. Easy going to get it right before
Man, he had
the
a
recall.
slow start, but it's the fourth quarter, and he's nailing the shots
Oh
now.
my God.
Sumail just wrecks him. Man, that Sven did not look very tanky. Did not get off the Warcry, and I think had the Bloodthorn on him. Not sure about that. But
He also doesn't have the AC, so he doesn't have any survivability. He just has HP, but Medusa chews through that, especially when the Beastmaster's not around. So, well,
they have a Blink Overgrowth available as well. It's going to hold Envy in place. The BKB's on cooldown. Envy might go down as well. He does have buyback, but this may force out a triple buyback. And they still have a second rock, Ben.
that is so sad when you're a Mirana this late and you die to like a Warlock plus 3. But that's how it goes, and yeah, AUI is almost certainly going to have to buy back here unless SVG can pull out something. He has Octarine? What? He has Octarine and Aether Lens. So that is an anti-Medusa build if I've seen one.
Yeah, just constant monoleaks for days. Sumail, though, that's only if he moves, and they're going to try to force him to. They push him a little bit.
Ooh, nice. Now he has a
Still
Manta Style to deal with it.
Using that Atos to break through the Lincoln Sphere. At the same time, though, they continue their siege, and now the Stone Gaze up in front. They really want Rax here. He's out of mana already. They got to find something on the side of the fight. Arteezy and Universe looks like they were trying to bring someone down. Unable to do so, just yet. All 10 heroes still alive. They isolate the Dusa. They will drop her. The rocks are wasted. Dusa does have buyback. Might just have to use it. They have no golems now.
They need to use
The
it.
hook comes in. Where's that Dusa BOT forward first? They wait for the hook. They get it too. And Owie just makes short work of the clock. He's going to buy back. Now all hell breaks loose. Dagon onto Arteezy. Overgrowth holding Envy in position. Envy could die back here. This could be the end for him. He's alive for now. The hook finishes him off. 5 alive and 2 carries dead. Just like that, NP. Oh, really reminding you of the old Cloud9 now, aren't they, Ben? An epic showing here, but down the stretch, just not able to close out EG, coming up with the clutch plays, the extra lives. They instantly send the Beastmaster down to bottom. He's going to try to rat it out, but I just don't know if he's going to be able to do it in time. Ogre down, straight for the throne, in for the GG, says Sumail. Let's take him out. 3-1 is the call, but they're going to calm down now. Back out and go back for Rax. There's a Desolator picked up as MSS is already threatening tier 4 towers, but he has that lane exposed mid. He's going to go for it. No Necro Book even.
He
can't do it. He can't do it.
He tried. He's trying his damn best, but they have a tree as well to try and stop him. Sumail will have a good 50 seconds on the throne.
MSS trying for all he's worth while Universe continues to play the hero, zoning them back. Zai moving in slowly but surely. Sumail working on objectives here, and it just doesn't seem like NP are going to be able to hold the line anymore. They've dealt with the Beastmaster. There will be no base race. NP, so close. But in the end, EG, they say, no problem. We've got a plan to deal with you. They'll take down the throne. They'll take it in just a moment. 3-1, and congratulations to the boys in blue. They're going to Dota Pit, though. They had to work to get there.
Damn, that was a great game, and a tense one at that. A lot of mistakes on either side, but a lot of huge plays too. Envy, it was one of those risky games from him, and one time he just got punished for it, and they... Arteezy had probably one of the worst Venomancer games that I've seen from him. But one of the only Venomancer games that I've ever seen from him, but it was still a Death Latin game from him.
I mean, he didn't have to do all that much, right? Like, most of the fights, he got the Veil Fenwell off.
He got his farm.
He did feed a lot of gold to the enemy team, but...
Universe has some big plays at the end despite missing a lot of hooks early. Zai, I think, played really well with the rocks and the Force Staffs. on the side on both sides were just incredible.
And credit again, I think, is due to Crit for some creative drafting.
That was crazy. Was it creative? They had the
I
game
mean, they
plan.
picked Tree, dude. Who picked
Yeah,
Tree?
that's true. Okay.
Give him a little.
I'm saying different from the game before, but in Clockwork too. Yeah, Clockwork's not too common nowadays. But Eternal Envy had some big plays. AUI got massively farmed despite an anti-Sven lineup. Wow.
Definitely one of
What
the
a
best series
series.
I've cast
Yeah,
personally.
that was
so
great.
A lot of fun. A real heart attack type of game. Hope nobody stroked out in that one.
I'm really impressed by NP though. I think they've come a long way since when we saw them a lot like a few weeks ago. They've grown a lot in a couple of weeks.
Unable to close out EG here, but I think what they've shown is they're so close that you give them like just a couple more weeks, maybe a slightly better start, and they could easily have taken the series in their own right. So
SVG played amazingly well this series too. His Rubik and his keeper were godly.
yeah, kept them in the game for a really long time. But in the end, NP, they fall short. EG are the champions of the American qualifiers for Dota Pit. They will represent the region at LAN in early 2017, assuming they don't disband after the major. But I think with the way they're playing, not too much of a fear of that for their fans. So congratulations to them, guys. Best of luck in the future to NP. You'll see a lot more of them with Canada Cup coming up, or I guess it's called Northern Arena now, followed by the Summit. So we're pretty much done with most of these big qualifiers. It's LAN season, Ben. Major's coming. We have a couple of big events, and then off to Boston.
It's turkey season too.
Yeah, turkey time. Halloween's behind us. It's getting cold as far as that goes, and
Quotation, air quotes.
yeah, cold by Los Angeles standards for us anyway. So thanks for joining us, guys. I'm LD. He's Merlini. Follow him on Twitter at Merlini Dota, myself at LD Dota if you'd like. And of course, be sure to follow Dota Pit at Dota Pit. That's it from us. This has been a Beyond the Summit presentation. Until next time, LD and Merlini signing off.
Gaming Bets, online betting for every esports fan. Dota 2 and Hearthstone, CSGO and Overwatch, StarCraft 2, the choice is yours. Express bets for multiple matches or live bets on the game you are watching right now. Know your way around Dota 2? Make a prediction for picks and bans. Playing CSGO?
Guess the number of rounds in a certain match.
Daily quest for all participants and all the best choice of payment systems. More than 600,000 users have already made their bets on the spectacular matches since 2011. EGB.com. You know for sure who's gonna win.